This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will... Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Thank you very much for taking the time to join me today. As always, it is very much appreciated on this Monday morning, the 9th of February. We've got about a month to go till the Cheltenham Festival 2025, the first really spring National Hunt Festival for those that don't include the Dublin Racing Festival. So things moving along quite nicely in early 2026 at this stage. But really, all the National Hunt stuff really is on the Patreon. So don't forget the Patreon, Newman Racing, it's called. Just search for Newman Racing on Patreon and you'll soon find it. There's some free content on there as well. There's some subscriber content as well. And there's also options for people to support me through the Classic Watch journey and just through my National Hunt journey. If you think I've helped you in any other way, or just be nice, really. Just it's the opportunity is there to support me if you do wish to. Right, what I've got coming up for you today is we're going to take another look at a Classic Watch 26 Possible, I think. This one will be the second one that we've looked at on the Possibles playlist that is based in the United States of America. Seen some very interesting horses in the US early this season. Fantastic to see. But this one was actually identified last season. But before we take a look at that, where will people be able to find these horses? ClassicWatch26.great/site.net is where people will be able to find the horses. A brand new site on Joomla 6. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. What it did mean is a lot of my modules were incompatible on this site, so I had to go and find some new ones. So we've got a nice new jazzy way of displaying the flags at the moment, along with titles. And just at the moment, just the placeholder is up at the moment. Links to both pages. Hopefully in the next couple of days, I will be able to finish the Roll of Honour article, get it updated, and then we will be right back up to date with Classic Watch 26. The website again for those that want it, classicwatch26.great/site.net is where people will be able to find all the Classic Watch 26 horses when they run in classics. The site has already taken out 2 classics, courtesy of Ole Dancer and Observer. In the first half of the Australian season, Observer came out and won very nicely over 7 furlongs last weekend. It could be there's a couple of could be more classics to come from Observer. But yeah, we've got Australia, New Zealand and South Africa on the site currently. Hopefully, as the year progresses, we will add to the module, and all the other flags and all the other horses will be there in exactly the same way. Maybe including this one. This is the horse we're going to take a look at today. He was my only Group 1 winner in the USA as a 2-year-old last season. And that horse is Napoleon Solo, a grey all roan colt sired by Liam's Map out of a dam called Atomic Blonde, who herself is sired by Scat Daddy. The horse is trained by Chad Summers and owned by Gold Square LLC. And the horse was bred by John D. Gunter and Euro West Bloodstock. As you can see from the form, the horse has done absolutely nothing wrong at all. 2 starts and 2 victories, for total earnings up to date so far of $319,000 American dollars. You'll see there that the horse made its debut last August at Saratoga in a maiden special weight, which he managed to win. And then he managed to win a Group 1 race for 2-year-olds on only his second start on the 4th of October 2025, when the horse managed to win the Group 1 Champagne Stakes, running to an Equibase figure of 99. Rather reluctantly, I haven't got the racing post. Should we pause the video? Should we indulge ourselves with a quick pause, and that'll allow me to get the racing post page up on the horse? I know some people like to know the racing post ratings of all the horses I look at so they can compare them. So I will pause the video quickly and I'll be back shortly. Hello everybody and welcome back. Yes, we can have a look in now on the racing post as well. You will see there that the best racing post rating he has gained is a figure of 111, which he gained when hammering Tolkien by 6.5 lengths to win the Champagne Stakes The horse also won on debut by 5 1/4 lengths, beating a horse called Running on Bourbon at Saratoga. Very interesting horse. They upped him up from 6 furlongs to 1 mile to contest his second start, and we will have a look at both these races at some point in the video as well. But yeah, racing post rating of 111 up to this date for the horse Napoleon Solo. Take a quick look at him. You'll see him on the old Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database. Everything up to date so far. 2 starts, 2 wins, and $319,000 in the kitty. You will see there that the horse is dam line 2S. Another one on what is becoming quite an interesting dam line for me, 2S. I think we've had some decent results on it recently over the past 3 or 4 years. What we're going to do in this horse, the normal fashion, we're going to take a look at the first 5 dams of this horse, I think, today. Baracala, we go up to Baracala, who was foaled 2 years before me in 1972. We're going to take a look at any horses that I find interesting along the way. Then what I might do is I might stick another video up to this, possibly. I don't know, actually. Dancing Flower, you see, is on this line. No, I won't. Dancing Flower, the English 1,000 guineas winner from last season, is also on this dam line. But we've got enough in this video, I think, to sustain it by itself. So that's what we'll do. So yeah, we'll take a look at the first 5 dams of the horse Napoleon Solo. We'll take a look at any other interesting horses that we find, and then we will have a look at, because this horse won a Group 1 race last season, we can take a look at it and advertise Dr. Shigeru Hotta's book as well in this video. And then we will be able to watch the horse win twice. Napoleon Solo, watch it win both its starts. And then we will be able to get on with our lives, I think. This is an interesting horse. Very interesting, I think. Gets more interesting the further back people go. We're going to take a look at the dam of the horse now. Atomic Blonde is the dam. A dam foaled in 2016. Sired by Scat Daddy out of a dam called Volva. Atomic Blonde raced 9 times in her career. 3 wins, 1 second and 1 third. 5 out of 9 in the first 3 for career earnings of $188,710 American dollars in her career. People see Atomic Blonde was a stakes winner at 4. She won the South Beach Stakes, and she was also placed 3rd in the Winter Memory Stakes of 2019. But there's so many of those stakes races in America, there really is. This one was another one owned by John D. Gunter and Euro West Bloodstock Services as well. Very interesting horse. Atomic Blonde, stakes winner. The second dam we're going to take a look at now is Volva. Volva, a mare born in 2006, sired by Danehill Dancer out of a dam called Chantelot, who herself was bred in America. Volva raced 11 times in her career, 3 wins, 1 second and 3 thirds, 7 out of 11 starts. Excuse me. In the first 3. For career earnings of €34,600 in her career, Volva. She was bought for $22,000 in 2011, breeding stock sale covered by Badge of Silver. And as you can see, she is a black type producer, owned by Martin Schwartz and bred by Ian Fair. The third dam we're going to take a look at now is Chantelot. Chantelot is a mare born in 1998, sired by AP Indy out of Navratilovna. Chantelot, quite disappointing herself on the track. She managed to finish in the first 2 in 3 out of 8 starts, 1 win and 2 thirds, for career earnings of €19,041 racing in France. You'll see there Chantelot was another one who did not gain any black type, bred by Cormal Investments Incorporated in Kentucky, and she was exported to Turkey as of 2009 to breed horses down there. I actually found some quite closely related to out of Chantelot that were actually decent horses. You know, Caterini is one we need to look at. Caterini, a mare born in 2008, sired by Cacique out of Chantelot. So this is a half-sister to the second dam of our horse. Caterini raced 9 times in her career, 2 wins, 3 seconds and 2 thirds. 7 out of 9 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of €46,450 in her racing career. Caterini was second over 5 furlongs in the listed Prix Cauleff in France in 2010. And she is also a black type producer. She's had a little good go on her little section here. She is the dam of 2 pattern race horses that I found. Gallic Chieftain, a horse born in 2013, sired by Tamayus out of Caterini. Gallic Chieftain raced 51 times in his career, 9 wins, 7 seconds and 5 thirds. 21 out of 51 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of 34,100 in France, euros, and 1,181,875 Australian dollars in his career. Gallic Chieftain, one of those many horses in those days exported from France to Australia, and he managed to land some interesting races in his career. At 4, he managed to win the listed Winter Cup at Rosehill and was placed in the Group 2 Herbert Power and the Group 3 Geelong Cup, second in that race, Group 3 race. At 4, the horse also won the Warrnambool Bull Cup, a listed race, and was third in the JRA Cup, a Group 3 race at Moonee Valley. But it was at 6 the horse made its breakthrough, winning a Group 2 race, winning the Group 2 ATC Chairman's Handicap of 2019. And the horse was also Group 1 placed in that year, finishing placed in the Metropolitan Handicap at Ramwick. So, yeah, definitely Group 1 placed, Group 2 and listed winner. Gallic Chieftain, bred by Ian Fair as well, who was involved in the breeding of the last horse we looked at. There's also this one as well, Aladdin, a mare born in 2014, another one bred by Ian Fair. This one raced 7 times in her career, 3 wins, 1 second and 2 thirds. 6 out of 7 times in the first 3 for career earnings of €95,850 in France. This horse managed to win the Group 3 Prix Texanita of 2017 and was also third in the Group 3 Prix de Port Mayo and the listed Prix de la Vallée OJ as well as a 2-year-old in 2016. The horse trained by Freddie Head. Interesting, Caterini. She had a good go breeding 2 decent pattern race horses. The 4th dam, Navratilovna, is a mare born in 1986, sired by Nureyev out of Barakala. Navratilovna raced 9 times in her career, 2 wins and a second. 3 out of 9 starts in the first 2 for career earnings of $80,197 in her career. People see that Navratilovna, probably the best mare on the track so far out of our dams. She managed to be a Group 2 winner, winning the Group 2 Prix de Start, the 4th dam of Napoleon Solo. She also won the Prix de Lilas, a listed race in France, and was 4th in the Group 1 Prix Jacques Lemois in her career as well, as finishing 2nd in the listed Prix Finland. Group 2 and listed winner, Navratilovna, and you'll see there that she is the 4th dam of Napoleon Solo. It's now where things really kick off. There's no other word for it, really. No other word for it. Navratilovna, you'll see there the dam of Leo Girl and Sweet Blue Eyes. None of those were pattern race performers. But I did find that Sweet Blue Eyes is the dam of this horse. Sweet Blue Eyes is the dam of Messrs, a mare born in 1998, sired by Anabar out of Sweet Blue Eyes. Messrs raced 5 times in her career up to this point when looking at this site, 2 wins and a third. So 3 out of 5 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of €50,308. Messrs managed to win in France the listed Prix Hampton over 5 furlongs, and she was also third in the Group 2 Prix de Grosjean as well, another race over 5 furlongs. Group 2 place listed winner, another horse bred by Ian Fair, who can obviously breed a fair horse. Another one I found is Sister Trouble. Sister Trouble is a horse out of Messrs as well. Sister Trouble, a mare born in 2003, sired by Spectrum out of Messrs. Sister Trouble raced 10 times in her career, 2 wins and 2 thirds, 4 out of 10 in the first 3, for career earnings of €55,300 in her career. You'll see that Sister Trouble managed to win the listed Prix de Mai at St. Cloud, a race over 2,100 metres. Another horse bred by Ian Dennis Fair. Very good job he's done with this family, hasn't he? It's fair to say. And you'll see there that Sister Trouble is, in fact, a black-type producer. And I managed to find this horse here, Trouble of Course, a horse born in 2014, sired by Rajsaman, out of Sister Trouble. Trouble of Course raced 10 times in his career, 5 wins and 2 places, 7 out of 10 starts in the first 2. The career earnings of €173,631. In Scandinavia mainly, this horse raced in Sweden, Norway and Qatar in his career. He raced quite well. Managed to win at a Group 3 race in Scandinavia, the Marit Sveriges Middelop of 2017, Group 3 race held at Orrevrol in Norway. So yeah, another Group 3 winner there, another one bred by Ian Fair. This one owned by Enegel Eriksson family. So yeah, very interesting, that little line there. Another 3 dams, breeding dams that raced at pattern level. Exactly the sort of thing that I like to see. I think now we're at the 5th dam of our horse now, Napoleon Solo. Yes, we are. Barakala, a mare born in 1972, sired by Swaps out of Sexy Me. Barakala raced 9 times in her career, 2 wins, 3 seconds and 2 thirds. 7 out of 9 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of €29,889 US dollars in her career. Barakala, another one bred by Forest E. Mars and owned by Cornwall Investments Incorporated. A Virginia bred horse, no black type at all for the 5th dam, Barakala. So we've got a listed winning 1st dam and a Group 2 winning 4th dam for those who like pattern winners. In the pedigree of their horses in the first 5 dams, 2 of them managed to do just exactly that. But it was then really that the horse starts to come, really. You know, there's some very interesting horses on this line. We're going to take a look now at Maxim Over. Maxim Over is a mare born in 1980, sired by Green Dancer out of Barakala. So this is a half-sister to the Group 2 winning 4th dam of our horse. Where are we at? Maxim Over raced 14 times in her career, 7 wins, 2 seconds and a third. 10 out of 14 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of $204,236 US dollars in her career. Maxim Over, Group 1 winner. She won the Prix de Salamandra in Ireland. She also won the Group 3 Prix de Calvados, the Group 3 Prix de Maitre, and the Group 3 Prix de Seine-Airways. She was also second in the Goths Irish 1,000 guineas of 1983. Classic placed. She was second in the Group 2 Prix Maurice de Geest as well. And she was also third in the French 1,000 guineas as well of 1983. Raced in France and Ireland before sadly dying in March 2011. The horse owned by Janus Bloodstock Incorporated. Very good horse, Maxim Over. Dual classic placed, Group 1 winner. And she is the dam of this horse here, Macumba. Macumba, a mare born in 1992, sired by Mr. Prospector out of Maxim Over. Macumba raced 6 times in her career, 3 victories. So she won 3 out of her 6 starts for career earnings of €194,535 in her career so far. Another Group 1 winner. This horse managed to win the Prix Marcel Boussac. You can see, well, things are going up a level now, aren't they? Prix Marcel Boussac winner of 1994, Macumba. And she also managed to win a Guineas Trial, the Prix Imprudence, which I think now is a Group 3 race of 1995. This horse owned by Malibu Farm and bred by Janus Bloodstock Incorporated. Raced in Great Britain and France, last raced in 1995. And you'll see there, dam of Malibu Moon, very good stallion. Malibu Moon, it's fair to say. One of those stallions that was much better in the shed than he was on the track. A horse born in 1997, sired by AP Indy out of Macumba. Malibu Moon raced twice in his career, 1 win and 1 second. Career earnings of $33,840 US dollars. The horse must have had an injury, mustn't he? Centre stud on the back of that. Entered stud in the year 2000 at County Life Farm. Moved to Kentucky in 2004, Spendthrift Farm 2008. The horse sadly died in his paddock, sadly, on May the 18th, 2021, of an apparent heart attack. Plenty of sons at stud. Excuse me, Malibu Moon. If people want to take a look at him, Malibu Moon there, just open up one of his many sons on Aryan pedigree. This one here is all called Corfu in Ohio. You'll see there that Malibu Moon entered stud in the USA in 2000, champion USA Canadian sire in 2010, sire of 1,883 progeny to race, 1,391 winners, earnings of over $217 million. The horse, in fact, sired 141 stakes winners and 135 stakes place getters in his career. Sired plenty of very good horses, it's fair to say. 141 stakes winners, Malibu Moon. So we've got that pretty close to our little dam there, our fourth dam, Malibu Moon. Another one we need to take a look at really is MCL. MCL is also out of Maximova, making this horse also a half-sister. No, not half-sister. Half-sister to the other Group 1 winner, wasn't it? MCL, a horse born in 1987, sired by Seattle Slew out of Maximova. MCL raced 14 times in his career, 5 wins, 3 seconds and a third. 9 out of 14 starts in the first 3. For career earnings of $358,463 US dollars in his career. Couldn't find anything from Arian on him, but I did find somewhere that told me the horse sired 12 stakes winners. MCL, got no proof, you just have to believe me. I wrote it down in the notes when I looked at this horse around the October time before his second race. MCL managed to win at the Group 2 Criterium de Maison Lafitte of 1989. The horse also won the Group 3 Prix Thomas Byron. Horse was placed in 2 Group 1s, the Hollywood Derby and the Prix Jean Prat. Oh, and he won a Group 1, sorry. He won the Prix de la Forêt of 1990, and he also won the Group 3 Prix Messidor. I didn't think he also second in the Prix de la Jonquière and the Prix de Fontainebleau as well. The horse raced in France, England and the US, entered stud in Kentucky. He also stood at a time at France at Harris Detram. He also stood for 6 years at Dairy House Stud in England. Pensioned at the end of the 2012 season before suddenly dying on September the 10th, 2014. I did read somewhere that he was sire of, like I said, of 12 stakes winners. A horse, another one bred by Janus Bloodstock Incorporated, MCL. The next horse we're going to take a look at is another one out of Maximova, Balikaya. A mare born in 1985, sired by Blushing Groom out of Maximova. Balikaya raced 9 times in her career, 2 wins, a second and 2 thirds. 5 out of 9 in the first 3. For career earnings of $48,130 US dollars in her career. Balikaya, she won the listed Prix d'Automne in France and was placed in another 2 listed races, the Prix Charles Lafitte and the Prix Belle de Nuit. So yeah, listed winner there again. Balikaya. Did she breed anything? No, I did find this one though. Manu Raver, another one out of Maximova, a superb dam. Manu Raver, a mare born in 1989, sired by Nureyev again, out of Maximova. So this one was very closely related, really, isn't it, to Navratilovna, who was also out of Nureyev. Got the same second dam and everything. Very interesting horse. Macumba, oh, that's Macumba. We've already looked at that one, haven't we? So we can close that one down. Manu Raver, like I said, 6 starts, 2 wins and a third. 3 out of 6 starts in the first 2 for career earnings of €37,807. This is another one out of Maximova. Manu Raver managed to win the listed Prix de Tellerie in France and was second in the Prix de Cologne as well. And as you'll see, she is the dam of Riviera. Riviera's horse I wasn't familiar with until I made this video. Very good horse. Riviera, horse born in 1994. Sired by Chris out of Manurever. Riviera raced 21 times in his career, 10 wins, 4 seconds and 3 thirds. 17 out of 21 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of $1,018,514 US in her career. His career, so I don't know how many stakes winners this one sired. Riviera, very good horse. He won the Chantilly Prix de Verneuil. He won at Clairefontaine as well, the Prix d'Extriviaz, but it was in America really that he won his group races. Look, he won the Santa Anita Morvich Handicap Group 3. The horse also won the Atto Mile at Woodbine, the listed Wicker Handicap at Delmar. Horse was second in the Prix de Montretout at Longchamp, and also second in the Group 2 Firecracker Handicap, as well as finishing third in the listed Prix de Ranelagh at Longchamp. So this horse raced in between France and America, really. Exported to New Zealand after its racing career in 2003, standing at Fairdale Stud, Palmerston North, for a stud fee of around $5,000. Shall I pause the video and see if the horse is still standing there? I didn't think of looking at all. So what I can do is I can pause this video quickly and see if we can find more information about the stallion career of Riviera, because I'd like to know as well. I'll be back shortly. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Yeah, I did find him. He did stand in New Zealand, like they said, but I couldn't find any record of him siring any stakes winners at all, Riviera. I did find this page, though, which he was active around the 2006 times, but he sired a few horses. A lot of them were missed or slipped or died. Quite a few there were unnamed. Interesting site. I never knew this was on this part of the New Zealand site. I didn't know this was on there. Even for old stallions, look, it still tracks them all, fold in New Zealand. England has so much to learn, really. By the way, it helps people find the good horses. But yeah, Riviera, unfortunately, I couldn't find him any siring of any stakes winners, but that's not to say he didn't. That's just to say that I can't find them. Two totally different things, everybody. The next one we've got to take a look at is also out of Manurever, Mobile's Pass. Mobile's Pass, a mare born in 2007, sired by El Corregidor out of Manurever. This filly there, Mobile's Pass, 9 starts, 2 wins, 3 seconds and 2 thirds. 7 out of 9 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of €47,550 in her career in France. Interesting horse. Second in the Grand Criterium de Bordeaux, a listed race, and she was also 4th in another French listed race, the Prix de Pavilion, in her day. Another one bred by Genus Bloodstock and owned by Nelson Radwan. Black type producer again. And this is a first National Hunt horse. It's amazing what you find in pedigrees of good horses, isn't it? Burning Victory, won the Triumph. I don't know if people might remember it. Burning Victory, sired by Nathaniel out of Mobile's Pass. Who would have thought it? Burning Victory raced 18 times in her career, 6 wins, 2 seconds and 2 thirds. 10 out of 18 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of £257,373 UK pounds, although she's down as racing in France, Ireland and in Great Britain. Very interesting career. At 4, she won the Triumph Hurdle of 2020, and she also won in Ireland the Winning Fair Juvenile Hurdle as well, Group 3. At 5, she was 3rd in the Christmas Hurdle, Group 1, and at 6, she was 4th in both the Ascot Gold Cup on the flat and the Mares' Challenge. Is that right? Mares 4, 3, 16, 32, it might be. 4,000 metres of Ascot on the Ascot Gold Cup, we're going to say. And then she was also 4th that year in the Grade 1 Mares' Champion Hurdle over the obstacles at Punchestown. So, yeah, Triumph Hurdle winner of 2020 and 12 furlong turf winner as well. Very good horse, bred by Harras de Etraham and Riviera Equine, SARL. Very good horse, owned by Audrey Turley in Ireland, who owns Galopin de Champs. Very interesting horse, Burning Victory. And another one we need to take a look at, really, is Temple City. People see there that Maximova is the 3rd dam of this horse. Temple City, a horse born in 2005, sired by Dynaformer out of Curriculum. Temple City raced 15 times in his career, 4 wins, 2 seconds and 4 thirds. 10 out of 15 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of $326,400 in his career. The Temple City was third in the Grade 2 Del Mar Handicap of 2009, and the horse won a Group 3 race at Del Mar as well, the Cougar the second handicap the next year of 2010. The horse was also second in the Grade 1 Hollywood Turf Cup and placed in the American Handicap as well, also at Hollywood Park. The horse entered stud in 2011 at Spendthrift Farm. For its 2026 fee, it's still $5,000 US dollars. This horse bred by B. Wayne Hughes, and you have to say, the horse has done very well because he's actually maintained his stud position for all those years at Spendthrift Farm, one of the US's leading stud farms. Very interesting stallion record, it's fair to say. Side plenty of horses, 982 foals have been born, of which 752 of them have ran. And between them, 508 horses have won 1,605 races, sired by Carson City. The horse has sired 33 individual stakes winners who have won 67 stakes races. And the horse has also sired 15 individual graded race winners who have won 29 graded races. So it's a sort of stallion that when they get to that level, they go in more than once. Hasn't been anything for nearly 3 years, just one graded winner, and the crops have dwindled somewhat. But in 2016, 2017, 2018, this horse was siring a lot of horses. Yeah, they were putting their faith in it, it's fair to say. The Colts have done a lot better than the fillies, it's fair to say as well. 21 stakes winners for the Colts and 12 for the fillies. Double again for the graded winners, 10 and 5. Distances, seems to be a bit of a horse that takes time with age, doesn't it? Only 7 stakes winners at 2, 17 at 3, and 43 at 4. So it seems to be people need to be patient. Then they somehow get a good horse at around 1,400, 1,600 metres. 20 and 14, 34 of the graded winners have come between 1,400 metres and 1,800 metres. Chance of getting a decent miler from this horse is probably quite decent. Horse has only 3 runners go round in Australia without much success. Where most of the runners have been in the USA, 630 in the USA, 56 in Canada. No more than 20 have ran anywhere else. It's pretty much a Northern Hemisphere stallion, isn't it? 28 of his stakes winners have come in the USA, 1 in the UAE and 1 in Brazil. Whereas only 7 have gone round in Great Britain, sired by Carson City, and only 1 has gone round in Ireland in the history of racing. Who would have thought it? Very, very good stallion though, really. Stand all that time at Spendthrift. Obviously, a bit on the wind down now, getting quite old. But yeah, 33 individual stakes winners, not to be sniffed at all. It's fair to say. It's then really that really that's the end of the Maxim Over line. It's fair to say, but now we can really go and look now at some other horses that I found, courtesy of this site here. The historical pedigree of this site 2S is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Yeah, you will see our section there is, I had it lined up and now it's gone again. Oh, there it is there. Look. Bank account. The actual 10th dam of this horse is a Guineas winner. Syncocept is the 10th dam of our horse. If you look at, if you people go back and go and look at Napoleon Solo, I've got so many tabs open. So many horses to come, ladies and gentlemen. That is the frightening thing about my videos. They really do hammer home the point of just how good this horse is. People go to Barakala, the 5th dam of the horse, and click there. It will take you to the 10th dam of the horse. Oh no, it's the 12th dam, sorry, Twilight Tryst. There's the 11th dam, sorry, Syncocept, the 11th dam of this horse, Napoleon Solo. So historically sound this horse is. And it's reached a certain level of a Group 1 winner, hasn't it? Now, the 10th dam of the horse, Syncocept. The 11th dam of the horse, sorry, Syncocept. A mare born in 1924, sired by Awahe Road out of Rakati Ku. Is a classic winner. She won the Irish Oaks of 1927. She also won the Park Hill Stakes of Doncaster as well. Bred by Lord Furness, owner of the Giltown Stud near the Curragh. Sold at Doncaster Sales as a yearling to Marshall Field for 3,000 guineas. And then sold to Kentucky in 1929. That is actually the 10th dam of Napoleon Solo. Other classic winners, you saw a little glimpse there of them as well. We'll take a look at them as well. You'll see there that there's the 10th dam. But if you go back to the 10th dam, it gets Secretariat is covered. Secretariat is covered under the, if you go back to the 10th dam, the 11th dam, sorry. It was like a ledge to covered if you go back a little bit further, a little bit closer to the modern day. It was like a ledge. There's our section there. Did start in 1935. Look, couple of classic winners there as well. So we can take a look at them now. Nono Alco is the first one. Nono Alco, a horse born in 1971, sired by Nearctic out of Sexy Me. So this is actually out of the 5th dam of our horse. You see, Balacala is the 5th dam of our horse, and she is the dam of a classic winner. Nono Alco won the Irish 2,000 guineas of 1974. 10 starts, 7 victories and a second, 8 out of 10 in the first for career earnings of $270,972 US dollars in his career. No star there, but we can confirm that this horse did win the Guineas by looking at it there. Look, the British 2,000 Guineas winner of 1974, the year of my birth, not the Irish 2,000 Guineas winner. My mistake, but yeah, classic winner out of the 5th dam of our horse. Nancy Jr., you'll see there, this one is out of Bank Account. I think Bank Account is the 7th dam of Napoleon Solo. Let me just check. Barcala's the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th dam, Bank Account. The 8th dam of the Bank Account also foaled a classic winner. Nancy Jr., a mare born in 1964, sired by Tim Tam out of Bank Account. Nancy Jr. raced 30 times in her career, 5 wins, 6 seconds and 4 thirds. 15 out of 30 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of $63,910 US dollars, in her career. Nancy Jr., you'll see, won the Kentucky Oaks of 1967, and she was also second in the Fairground Oaks, as well as being the dam of 3 stakes winners. But there's so many of them stakes winners in America that we tend to miss them out. It's pretty easy for people to get bogged down in all those. Like I said, Dr. Shigeru Hotta found this one for me, Consolidator. And if you see there, look, Nancy Jr. is actually the 3rd dam of this horse. So before we take a look at this horse, Consolidator, it's time for an advert, ladies and gentlemen. Lineage of Thoroughbred, the privately published book by Japanese vet Dr. Shigeru Hotta. The website is also available in Japanese as well as English. Dr. Hotta is a Japanese vet studying the pedigree and breeding in thoroughbred in light of science, especially genetics. From such a viewpoint, he would like to have discussions about the breeding with the world's horse people, and therefore have privately published a book entitled Lineage of Thoroughbred. That's the way to go about things. This book is written in both Japanese and English. The 3rd edition, is no longer out of sale. I wish I had a copy of that. The 3rd edition. I wish I had a copy of every edition. The 4th edition has been printed in Japanese and was issued in October last year. The English translation of the book is still ongoing, and I do think it's nearly finished. It's due to be out around January or February 2026. The final translation is in progress. This website is hotpedigree.com/lineage. This book is available. What the book contains is a scientific review for 4 thoroughbred pedigrees as follows: 46 in Japanese, 47 in English. Chapter 1, the importance of dam lineage. Chapter 2, risk of inbreeding. Chapter 3, need for scientific education. And Chapter 4, potential of the unknown gene. A gene so unknown that I know nothing about it. And I have probably identified the winners of 200 classics in my career. That's no exaggeration, I don't think. I've probably done 20 in the last 4 years. Potential of unknown gene. And what you also get in this book is tree diagrams of dam lineage covering all the winners of Group 1 races from New Year's Day 2022 up to the current day in Book 4. And they're also available on this website, starting all the way back in, or like I said, the winner of the Railway Stakes, January 2022, all the way right to today. Well, not today, this weekend. And the last Group 1 winner he has added is Full Keynote, winner of the Gran Premio Miguel Alfredo Martinez de Hoz on February the 7th. Looks like a bit of a South American action. He's obviously had the New Zealand winner, Legato, beating my horse. Then it beat mine. What's my horse called? The Kingswood, who won a Group 1 in New Zealand earlier in the season. It beat mine. So he's well up to date, he is. Dr. Shigeru Hotta. You can contact him through this website, hotpedigree.com/lineage. There's a click to enable you to email Dr. Hotta to discuss his book with a possible purchase of PayPal. And Dr. Hotta is also available on Twitter. He is available at Hotta_Shigeru at Twitter. And yeah, these are the sort of diagrams that you get. You have to go back to Napoleon. People, what they have to do is they have to find the date that their horse won. So we know that Napoleon Solo won on the 4th of October 2025. So then it's just a matter of scrolling down and finding that date. And then you will see the diagram of the dam side of Napoleon Solo, which is a godsend for me, this website, because that's how I identify my horses, on the dam side. So every Group 1 winner since 2022, the dam side of the horse is on this. Some of them more than once. Is what it is. Australians, they do tend to rub it in a bit. There's a few on there that are on there 10 or 11 times. But if Winks was going, Dr. Hotta would have put Winks on his website 23 times. Absolutely incredible website, it really is. But that's the sort of diagram people get when they get to Napoleon Solo. Look. Could have had them ones below, but I thought we're going to take a look at some of these now, including the one that Dr. Hotta found for me, you see, Consolidator, which I noticed that was under Nancy JR. So I decided to include that one. But Nancy JR goes all the way back to way back beyond 1959, as we know, through the other dams. Even before that, there's Sexy Mila. There's Maximova. She was in the pedigree of the Grey Gatsby as well. But we're going to take a look at some of these horses now. There's all their other dams. Navratilova and Chantro. I missed all of these. I didn't miss that one. The one that mattered, Napoleon Solo. And we're going to take a look at a couple of these as well, because they're out of younger sisters of Sexy Me. So they are quite closely related to our horse. But yeah, every diagram is like this. hotpedigree.com/lineage on Dr. Shigeru Hotta's brilliant project. The man is an absolute genius. There's no other words for it. So that enables us now to take a look at the horse that Dr. Hotta found for us, Consolidator. A horse born in 2002, sired by Stormcat. I've never found this horse out of a Good Example. People will see there that Nancy Jr. is the third dam of this horse. Consolidator raced 10 times in his career, 3 wins, a second and a third, 5 out of 10 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $661,700 in his career. Consolidator managed to win the Group 1 Breeders' Fortuity of 2004. Rather like similar to our one, isn't it? Group 1 winning 2-year-old. This one did win the Group 2 San Felipe Stakes at 3, though, of 2005. I wonder what Napoleon's going to do this year. I can't wait to see. And the horse was also second at 2 in the Group 3 Kentucky Breeders' Cup Stakes and the Group 2 Sanford Stakes as well. He was third. The horse in the end shuttled to Australia and then went to Florida before moving to J Brothers Farm in the Philippines. Don't know whether the horse is still alive. Arian doesn't cover the Philippines, so we don't really know if Consolidator is still alive or not, or still standing. But yeah, very good horse, Group 1 winner of out of the third dam of our Kentucky Oaks, winning dam Nancy Jr., who was out of the 8th dam of our horse. Are you keeping up? There's Syncocept, as we know, the 11th dam of our horse, a mare born in 1924 that we've already looked at. And I thought it was worth showing you Secretariat, just so you can see that how closely it is. Syncocept is actually related to the 5th horse. Syncocept is the 5th dam of Secretariat. And she is the 11th dam of our horse. So 11 dams to go for legendary horse Secretariat. Only won $1.3 million in his career. 21 starts, 16 wins, 3 seconds and a third. 20 out of 21 victories. 20 out of 21 in the first 3. 16 out of 21 in the first 1. Was a classic winner. He did win the Kentucky Derby, Preakness and Belmont. Of course he did. Classic winner, Triple Crown winner of 1973 among his illustrious career. American Horse of the Year as well. What a horse. Others that we need to take a look at, though, that Dr. Otter nicely found us. We're going to do that now. We're going to take a look at Etoile was the first one, wasn't it? Etoile, a mare born in 2016, sired by Siuni out of Melina's Dream, another one I'd never have found. Yeah, we have Sweet Blue Eyes. It's the third dam of this one. Oh, yeah, Sweet Blue Eyes was mentioned further, and the fourth dam of our horse, Navratilovna, is also the fourth dam of this horse. So this one is quite an interesting guide. Etoile raced 13 times in her career, 4 wins and 3 seconds. 7 out of 13 starts in the first 2. For career earnings of $496,971 US in her career. Etoile won the E.P. Taylor Stakes at Woodbine in 2020. That was her only Group 1 victory. She also won the Group 3 Prix Cleopatra in France, and she was second in the Group 3 Prix Vanto, second in the Group 2 Dan Smartley Stakes in Canada. And she was also second in that race as well, twice. And she was fourth in the Group 1 Jenny Wiley Stakes as well at Keeneland in 2021. 1.6 million for a breeding prospect. Very interesting. Don't know if she's bred anything yet. Shall we have a quick look? See what we've got coming down the tube. There we go, look. 2023, so that will be 3 next year. Look like she's gone to Japan, doesn't it? With horses there by Saturnalia and Kitasan Black. Very interesting horse, Etoile. The Grey Gatsby. This was another one on the Maxim Over line. I didn't spot this one myself, or else it would have been included. Maxim Over is the third dam of this one. The Grey Gatsby, a horse born in 2011, sired by Master Craftsman out of Murray Vision. The Grey Gatsby raced 28 times in his career in the end, 4 wins, 8 seconds and a third. 13 out of 28 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of £2,714,858 UK pounds in his career. A proper money spinner for connections, it's fair to say. The horse is a French Derby winner of the Prix de Jockey Club of 2014. The horse also won the Group 1 Irish Champion Stakes and the Group 2 Dante as well. Dual Group 1 and Group 2 winner. At 2, the horse was placed in the Group 2 Champagne Stakes and the Group 3 Acon. At 4, the horse was placed in 4 Group 1 races. The Dubai Turf in the UAE, the Prince of Wales Stakes, the Eclipse and the International Stakes. Also 4th in the Tattersalls Gold Cup, and at 5, the horse was placed 2nd in the Group 2 Princess of Wales Stakes and 4th in the Group 1 Prince of Wales Stakes. The horse went to stud at 2018 at Haras du Petit Tellier in France, and I'm pleased to say that the horse is still standing there as of 2026 for a stallion fee of €12,000. The horse has had an interesting stallion career, I think it's fair to say. Sides and crops all about the same size, between say 50 and 70. But his biggest crop last year of 89 in 2023. Horse aside 5 crops of racing age in France, 341 foals overall, of which 211 have ran. Only 117 of them have won, and between them they've won 292 races. Horse aside 9 individual stakes winners, who between them have won 15 stakes races, and the horse has also aside 3 individual graded race winners, who have won 4 graded races between them. No 2-year-olds, no graded winning 2-year-olds at 3. People seem to be in business, not as more than they are at 4. Well, it's the fillies of the Grey Gatsby that are holding sway, with 13 stakes winners to 2 by the colts, and 3 of the 4 graded victories have also been by fillies. And yeah, very interesting horse. You'll see more of a stayer, you'll see more over a mile. No stakes win, no graded winner under a mile, sired by the Grey Gatsby. Where have they gone round? 160 of them have gone round in France, 23 in Germany, 20 in Great Britain, only 6 in Ireland, despite him winning the Champion Stakes. So, yeah, very interesting stallion, it's fair to say. Let's see what his 4 graded winners are, shall we? What is his side? Oh, My Lady won a Group 3 in America. Atomic Blonde. Oh, that's ours. Is it? No, that's a different one, sorry. No, different. We've got one called Atomic Blonde as well, haven't we? Oh, yeah, look at that. Atomic Blonde mare, born in 2016. I thought something had gone seriously wrong there with this video. But that's an Atomic Blonde who was born in somewhere else, Germany, by the looks of that form. Master Gatsby again, doing quite well, winning a Group 3 at Longchamp, and Indian Wish as well there, winning a listed race in Ireland, Victor McCalmont's Memorial Stakes. But yeah, an interesting stallion. I think it could be fair to say that the next few years we might just sort of see how he's going to get going, because he has sired a few. He's a joint champion 3-year-old in Europe of 2014 and the champion old horse in Great Britain of 2015. Earnings of over 11 million so far of his progeny to race. But yeah, interesting stallion, the Grey Gatsby, it's fair to say. The next one we're going to take a look at is a gelding, born in 2007. Regally Ready, sired by More Than Ready, out of a dam called Kivy. Another one I would never have found. This one is under the 5th dam, Barricala. Barricala is the 3rd dam of this horse. Regally Ready raced 48 times in his career, 20 wins, 2 seconds and 6 thirds. 28 of 40 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $1,830,437 in his career. And what a long career it was. Winner at Woodbine of the Nearctic Stakes of 2011, age 4. He also won the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint, and the San Simeon Handicap, and the Twin Spires Turf Sprint. Group 3 races and Group 2 races. At 7, he won another stakes race, the Open Inverse Stakes. 3rd in the Group 2 Arcadia Stakes. And at 5, the horse was placed 3rd in the Group 3 Daytona Stakes at Santa Anita. Before retiring in 2016, very good career he had. Group 1 winner of the Nearctic Stakes out in Woodbine. Recite, what a career this horse had. Recite, a mare born in 2010, sired by Darcy Brahma out in New Zealand, where what's his name ended up, out of a dam called Chant. So this line has done the job in New Zealand at some point, just not with the stallion Riviera. Recite raced 21 times in her career, 7 wins, 5 seconds and 2 thirds. 14 out of 21 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $566,611 New Zealand dollars and 10,000 Australian dollars as well. Recite managed to win the Manawatu Size Produce Stakes at 2 of 2012, Group 1 2-year-old race, and there was also won what was then a Group 1 Levin Classic of 2014. It's not anymore. My horse won it this year, typical. La Dorada, Classic Watch horse, hopeful. Managed to win the race this year. She hasn't run in a Classic, and that's not a Group 1. 2013, she also won 2 Group 2 races, the Trentham Wakefield Challenge Stakes and the Matamata Breeder Stakes. In 2014, she was second in the Breeder Stakes as well as the Group 3 Sprint Stakes, the Group 3 Taranaki Breeder Stakes, and 3rd in the Group 1 NRM Sprint of 2016. I think that race has just happened, held at Tirapa. Very interesting horse Recite. She had a good career in New Zealand. Very well done to her. Managed to win a Group 1 race, 2 Group 1 races. What were then? Next one we're going to take a look at is In Summation. I'm going to have to pause the video. I think I am, because I'm getting sick of these displaying before I'm ready for them to display. So let me just pause the video and check the rest. Hello everybody, welcome back. Yeah, right, well, In Summation now. A horse born in 2003. Sired by Put It Back out of a dam called Fiesta Baby. In Summation raced 29 times in his career. I didn't know this horse existed. 29 starts in his career, 12 wins, 6 seconds and a third. 19 out of 29 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $1,226,166 US dollars in his career. Good horse. In Summation, you see he managed to win the Bing Crosby Handicap of 2007, Group 1 in a track record. The horse also won at 3, the Group 2 Nearctic Stakes. Second, that race had already been relegated before the Luster horse won it. The Luster horse won it, look, it's down to Grade 2 already in 2006. Grade 2 in the Arctic Stakes. Also second in the Hollywood Turf Express. 4, winner of the Bing Crosby Handicap. Also second in the Group 3 Underwood. At 5, the horse broke the track record again, winning the Group 2 Palos Verdes Handicap. Horse also won the Group 3 El Conejo Handicap. Second in the Bing Crosby that year, and third in the Ancient Title Handicap. And at 6, the horse managed to win the Group 3 El Conejo Handicap as well. He has had a good career. Still holds the American record for 5.5 furlongs all-weather track as of the 27th of the 3rd, 2025. The horse entered stud in 2010 at Ocala before being pensioned off in 2021. Owned by Ocala Stud and bred by Arthur I. Appleton in Florida. Had a good career. Good Florida sprinter in summation. Breeder Weg, a Japanese mare born in 2020. This one is quite recent as well, isn't it? Sired by Lord Kanaloa out of Inner Urge. People will see there that where are we on this one? We're a long way back here, aren't we? Dominique Jambo Bank Account. The 7th dam of this horse is the 8th dam of our horse. These are just stretching in, aren't they, really? Breeder Weg, 5 starts, 3 wins and 2 seconds while looking at this site. Never out of the first 2 in 5 starts. For career earnings of 170,798,000 Japanese yen. I don't think that's been updated. Yeah, this horse won some serious races. It won the Queen Elizabeth II Cup Group 1 race in 2023. And the horse was also second in the Group 2 road stakes over 1,800 metres at Hanshin in 2023 as well. Updated in the 19th of September 2024. Don't quite know what happened to the horse since then. But yeah, Group 1 winner in 2023. Breeder Weg. Another couple we can look at. Mickey Queen, a mare born in 2012, sired by Deep Impact out of Musical Way. This one quite looked out of the same dam as we've just looked at, I think. Mickey Queen raced 15 times in her career. 5 wins, 5 seconds and 2 thirds. 12 out of 15 starts in the first 3. For career earnings of 487,764,000 Japanese yen. What a career this horse had. Mickey Queen managing to win the Japanese Oaks of 2015. She also managed to win the Shuka Show. So this horse is a classic winner as well. And she also won the Wasu, always struggle with this one, Wasu Ranagusa Show. It's only a listed race as well. After that, only a stakes race. She was also second in the Show Rose Group 2 and the Group 3 Daily Eye Queen Cup. And at 4, the horse managed to finish second in the Victoria Mile of 2016. And she was also second in the Sankei Sports High Hanshin Himba Group 2 race of 2016 as well. 2015 JRA Award for the best 3-year-old filly as well. Very well-bred horse. And she managed to win a Japanese Oaks of 2015, a classic winner. A fitting horse to end on. She's also a pattern race, a black type producer as well. I'm actually following one of her progeny called Mickey Madonna. This one has gone down a little bit better than Mickey Madonna. Mickey Gorgeous, a mare born in 2020, sired by Mickey Rocket out of Mickey Queen. Okay. Mickey Gorgeous raced 11 times in her career, 6 wins and a third, 7 out of 11 in the first 3, for career earnings of 122,099,000 yen at this stage. Mickey Gorgeous has managed to win a couple of stakes races, and she won the Group 3 Aichi High of 2024. And she also, in 2025, won the listed Capital Stakes as well, a race taking place at Tokyo. So, yeah, she's pasturing, according to this, in November 2025, the Northern Farm owned filly. But, yeah, Group 3 and listed winner, Mickey Gorgeous, doing a bit better than Mickey Madonna, it's fair to say. We can close that tab down now, and that. Right. Now, I think it's about time to actually stop looking at the pedigree of horses now and to take a look at Napoleon Solo winning 2 races. We can do that courtesy of the American resource bloodwars.com. So, firstly, what we will do before that is we will close down a few tabs to save on CPU. I've persuaded myself that it does make the races run a little bit quicker. Sometimes I can look at the CPU processing unit, you see, while I'm playing these videos, and the key to my end of it is keeping it below 50. And sometimes if it goes under 50, if it goes over 50, we can get the occasional glitches. So without further ado, let's head over to Blood Horse and go back to the 8th of August 2025, a maiden race at Saratoga over 6 furlongs. And this was the debut of Napoleon Solo. Let's have a watch of this race, shall we? And then we can see what we think.
And they're off. Fin del Mundo hopped in the air and is a distant last. Max Money, on the other hand, broke very smoothly. Running on Bourbon is flying through on the inside, though, and is quicker. And Napoleon Solo is 2.5 off the pace in third. Then World Wide Web racing in fourth with 7 to make up already. Moon on Fire is asked for a little bit more. At the rail, Nay Baby and Fin del Mundo is at the back of the field. 22 and 3 for Running on Bourbon, who takes them into the far turn and towards the 3/8 in front by 3/4 of a length. Max Money in between horses. Here's Napoleon Solo ranging up on the outside now to challenge for the lead. And Napoleon Solo is up to take that lead with 1/4 mile to go. Running on Bourbon fights on willingly as Napoleon Solo is in front, coming to the 8th pole. 4 lengths back to Max Money in third. They're in the final furlong, and it's Napoleon Solo getting the best of Running on Bourbon. 6 lengths back, Nay Baby trying to get into third. It's Napoleon Solo in a good-looking debut. Strides out to win by 4 widening lengths. Running on Bourbon, Nay Baby, and Moon on Fire fourth.
Yes, very difficult to criticise that performance, wasn't it? It's fair to say that was fairly effortless, wasn't it? The horse took a while to get going. It's fair to say, I think, on that day, but that was only over 6 furlongs. But once the horse got on top of the horse, better than Bourbon in the straight, I do think there was only one winner there, wasn't there? And it was a good performance, I thought, by Napoleon Solo to win on debut, which is something it's not essential, but I do always have a lot more faith in horses that have won first time out than ones that haven't. You know? That's just my personal preference. The more wins, the better, and the earlier, the better. So that was in August 2025. We didn't see the horse then for another 2 months. And then connections weren't messing about. The horse came back out in the 4th of October 2025. I think that's Belmont at Aqueduct, BBA, wherever that is. And the horse was entered, like I said, in the Champagne Stakes, a race that took place on the 4th of October 2025. The interesting thing I thought was the way connections just up the horse straight from 6 furlongs to a mile. Weren't even interested in entertaining races over 7 furlongs at any stage, were they? And look at the price it went off at, 7 to 1. Don't forget, I've seen all this. I've seen the vast majority of the pedigree of this horse before this race. This was one of the horses I found in when I look at those 5 American Group 1s that are all held at the weekend. That gives everybody a fantastic opportunity to get 50 or 60 Group 1. You got 5 runners, say 10 in each, 50 Group 1 American quality 2-year-olds. If people want to, they can have a look at the pedigrees of all those horses. And they will all run in roughly the same week. And then they move forward to the Breeders' Cup with the rest of them. I've been doing that for the last couple of years. Found some good horses that have run in those weekends. Napoleon Solo was another one that decided to run that weekend in 2025 in the Champagne Stakes. So without further ado, let's take a look at the Champagne Stakes. And I was so excited ahead of this race, thinking, what is this horse going to do? Remember, I found the horse probably a day or 2 before the race, and then this is what it delivered to me. Let's have a look at this, shall we? Doesn't like me pressing that button, but I am going to do it.
And they're off.
It's Our Time breaks sharply, and so does Curtain Call towards the inside. It'll be Curtain Call at the rail. It's Our Time, and now pressing on Napoleon Solo. Napoleon Solo will take command, crosses over here in front of the field, and Napoleon Solo will bring him out of the chute and hook up with the backstretch for Rosario. Out wider, stick up without a gun, and now here's It's Our Time, a stalking presence from second. They're well off the rail, the top trio. Just towards their inside is Universe, is in that fourth spot with At the Rail, Curtain Call. Stradale is in between horses now, is going to be in the fifth position, now sixth. Then comes Talkin' towards the back end of the field. You've got AI and the trailer. Just ASAP. They approach a half mile left to go, 22.53 for the opening quarter mile. Napoleon Solo is the leader. It's Our Time, a stalking position here this afternoon. Napoleon Solo is traveling well. Napoleon Solo has now put 2 lengths on It's Our Time, who looks to be all in here through a 44.24 half-mile time. Napoleon Solo is in hand and just cruising right along. The big favorite, It's Our Time, is all in, and can It's Our Time run down this lone leader? Napoleon Solo. Napoleon Solo is now 5 lengths in front, and Napoleon Solo is pouring it on. A furlong left to go. It's Our Time continues to battle. Talkin' is in third, but still Napoleon Solo is just running away with it. Napoleon Solo dominates here in the Champagne, wins it. Talkin' up for second in a photo with Universe, and It's Our Time finished fourth in 1 minute 34.57. Napoleon Solo punches his ticket for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Division.
No, you would have thought so, wouldn't you? I mean, the commentator, I will interject there. That's what I was hoping after that race, that the horse would turn up and win the Breeders' Cup. You know, but for some reason, I don't know whether the horse had a setback or anything. I haven't heard anything about whether the horse has had any setbacks. That was the last time the race. That was the last time the horse was seen in October 2025 in the Champagne Stakes. But in a week where I'm rounding up a lot of my Group 1 2-year-old overseas winners and getting them all ready and lined up ahead of the deluge of trial winners that I'm expecting, it is impossible for me not to think that Napoleon Solo's deserved the time of this video. You know, after what I found, and then to deliver a performance like that on his second start in the Champagne Stakes. I just hope this horse can somehow get back on the classic trail. We're only at the 20-point trial races with plenty of time yet for this horse to still come out and make a case for classic glory. If he doesn't fancy the road to the Kentucky Derby, doesn't fancy qualifying, there's always races like the Preakness and the Belmont later on in the season. The only classic, obviously, the horse cannot run in at this stage is the Kentucky Oaks. Very interesting to see what will happen to this horse. I mean, a personal favourite of mine from American racing last season, without any shadow of a doubt. You know, and I cannot wait to see this horse at 3. You've seen horses in the pedigree, like in summation, we've just looked at track record breaking horses. You know, that horse destroyed the Champagne Stakes. It's won 2 starts by a combined 11.5 lengths. It would be a tragedy if we never saw this horse again, a sporting tragedy, if this horse was not allowed another run in his career. Let's see what this horse can do for trainer Chad Summers in the future. What a prospect Napoleon Solo is. And it's been an absolute pleasure for me to bring it to everybody. And I hope you've enjoyed watching the video as much as I've enjoyed making it, to be fair. I think I'm going to think about stopping the video now. We're coming up to around the 68-minute mark. Thank you very much to everybody for taking the time to watch the video. And like I said, absolute pleasure to have you with us today. What a horse. 7-1, Group 1 winning 2-year-old on its second start. You know, you've got to be good at this game. Hopefully this horse has plenty more to come. What have we got coming up this weekend? Well, to be honest, I don't know. It's only Monday. I'm assuming there will be still plenty of national hunt racing happening in Great Britain and Ireland where I live, and plenty of early classic trials where I don't live, in places like Japan and America. We've also got some classics on the horizon in the Southern Hemisphere, in New Zealand, Australia and South Africa, I'm sure. Can I pick the winner of the South African Derby? That's a little challenge I've set myself this year. We're miles away yet. But if you do, if I think I'm getting close, safe to say you will see one of these videos on a Classic Watch 26 possible in South Africa. This one, hopefully, is for later on in the year in America. But like I said, I think I can leave this video here now. What I will do is wish you all a good week. Have a good week, everybody. I hope you all have a fantastic week and enjoy doing whatever it is you do. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones, everybody. And I hope to be back soon at some point. Take care, everybody, and goodbye.